Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to take a look at Horror Bar VR, a zombie bar simulator. This game was released on the Steam store in early access on October 30th, 2020 by developer VR Factory. It's available for the HTC Vive, Valve Index, Oculus Rift. I can confirm it works perfectly fine on Windows Mixed Reality. It also works on Oculus Quest 2, although I did experience a bug which I'll talk about later. Horror Bar VR normally retails for 20 bucks. I got it on sale because I owned a previous game from the developer. It came to a little less than $12, and I normally don't like buying games in early access, especially VR games in early access. But I was very intrigued by the Steam store page video on this game. I really liked the artwork and the aesthetic. I've played lots of different cooking simulators in VR, even ones that have monsters or zombies. But I think the one thing that made this game stand out was just the artwork, the aesthetic. It looked like a really good looking game with some gross recipes you could make. So I was intrigued and I went ahead and pulled the trigger on buying this game. So is it any good? Well, let's talk about that. This game is running on the Unreal Engine. On my RTX 3080, I was getting a steady 90 frames per second on Windows Mixed Reality and 72 frames per second on Oculus Quest 2 using the Oculus Link cable. There aren't very many settings in this game, but one of them is a graphical settings, and it basically says PC Master Race as the highest graphical settings, and basically something like Grandma's PC for the lowest. At the highest graphical settings, I had no issues at all. Although I did experience this anomaly, it seemed like there was a loading screen that just randomly happened in the middle of the game. I thought maybe the game had crashed. So I want to say that definitely there was a performance issue there, but it only happened once, and this game was running fine otherwise. Now, I did experience a serious bug on the Oculus Quest 2 using the Oculus Link cable. What happened was the game would randomly pause. I'd be in the middle of gameplay, and without any button press, outside of trigger or grab, just as part of the normal gameplay of grabbing the different items, it would just randomly pause. I don't know why, but it was a serious bug that affected my gameplay on the Oculus Quest 2. On Windows Mixed Reality, I did not experience this bug, so I don't know if it's just on the Oculus Quest 2 where you have this bug where the game just randomly pauses. When the game would pause, it would also cause items to go missing at times. So it not just affected my performance as far as serving the customers, but also with just items disappearing, which caused me to lose the game. So beware of that on the Oculus Quest 2. I hope this game gets patched up. It is in early access, so bugs are expected, but if you're on the Oculus Quest 2, I'd probably wait on buying this game. Now, you do need a room scale setup to play this game because you will need to move at least a step to the right and a step to the left, and maybe a step forward and backward to be able to reach some of the items that you need to in order to serve up the dishes for the customers. So also beware of that. There is no locomotion, there is no smooth or snap turning. You have to turn and move within your play space. Now, I do like the art style in this game. It's a very pretty looking game, and there are some nice animations. However, you're limited to that one environment, and once you've played there for a little while, things really start to get stale. You start seeing some of the same customers just come over and over and over again. You start seeing a lot of the same animations over and over again. So there really is a lack of variety as far as environment, as far as character models, and also as far as the animations from these character models. Even the zombie sounds start sounding very repetitive without even spending a lot of time in this game. The gameplay mechanic is interesting at first as you're learning new recipes. However, the pace for learning new recipes is kind of slow, and this game just starts off at a very slow snail's pace. it kind of does take the wind out of the sails when you're playing this game. When you're playing the first few days, and it's just very boring because there's nothing challenging about it, and it's just not that exciting. New recipes come in very slow. At the very start, you're just serving the same drinks over and over and over again. And slowly but surely, it does get more complicated. You do get more recipes, but again, just the pace is off. It just feels like a very slow paced game. It's just not as exciting or as interesting as other cooking simulators or other bartending games that I have played in VR. Again, it's in early access. The developers do plan to add more content. Time will tell if it ever becomes something interesting, but I have to be honest is that I was disappointed when I was playing this game. I was really expecting more. What's there now is very bare bones, literally. The VR interactions could also all be a lot more polished, a lot smoother, and just a lot more immersive than they are right now. For example, when you grab the fish in the fish tank, you can just phase your hands through the glass to get it and then put it on the slab and then just smash it with a hammer. And the animation basically always looks the same. It doesn't matter where you smash it. The same thing with the squid or the octopus. You put it there and you cut it. It doesn't matter where you cut. As long as you cut anywhere near the middle, you'll always see the same cut being made to the squid, octopus, whatever. And then you'll fry it in the pan, and you'll just have to wait for the timer. You have to wait for it to burn at the right moment. If you wait too long, it just kind of disappears. The same thing with the burgers. Yeah, it feels nice grinding up that meat the first time, but then you just see the same animations, and there really is no difference, and then food just automatically disappears if you don't do it right. It just kind of feels kind of off. It's kind of off-putting overall just because of those missing interactions, just that missing polish. So if I have to rate this game, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. I think it's a nice start for early access, but it's really missing a lot. It's lacking the polish. Every burger I made had both mustard and ketchup on it. I don't understand why that was the case. It doesn't make sense. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. Hope you enjoyed my review. If you do, please like, comment, subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.